Travel easy with Australia Travel Service. Plan for your next trip to Australia independently. Too many information that you need to look for at different apps. Have no time to organize and put everything together. Need personal assistant to help you organize everything in one place. It is very complicated and time consuming. These are some problems that we face when planning for a trip.
Lucky for you, we have a solution. We want to introduce you to our one-stop shop application called Australia Travel Service. This is where you can organize and plan your travel to Australia. If you're interested in Australia, culture, or anything Australian related, then this app is for you. It has a trip planner, booking sections to book accommodation, flights, and community where you can bring interest-based groups of users together through forum, profiles, instant messaging, and other social networking, as well as event section where it has the most updated events that are occurring in Australia. You can scroll down and read a lot of information about traveling to Australia, and there are a lot of information according to different state or area. This app is not only for planning trip, it contains information for all cities throughout Australia. So whether or not you are interested in visiting a beach, a garden, a nice restaurant, or a trendy cafe, ATS local experts have you covered. Now let's get to one of the unique points of ATS. You can create your own itinerary. All you have to do is simply click all the places that you want to go to and it will automatically transfer to your itinerary. As soon as you keep adding more places, they will be connected and you can actually see how far each place is to the next place. You could also see where each place is located on the map. Therefore, you can visualize your trip as you're planning it. Moreover, it has public transportation option that will tell you how to get around the places with public transport.
So, how do we manage to get this innovation? The answer comes from our strategy and innovation classes. When we are exposed to a number of different thinking tools which allows us to think more in depth about our product and services, also creating new ideas. For this reason, we as a group have selected and used 5 different thinking strategies and models in building new ideas on our final product. So, what are they? They are brainstorming, mind mapping, 6 thinking hats, incremental thinking, and scamper. The first tool that we use is the brainstorming. In this technique, we get together and give out any ideas that is related to our travel app. We came about plenty of ideas that we can use as a component of the application itself. Everyone in the group has a say to this quick creative thinking. The explosive, spontaneous ideas, concepts, and strategies are all documented for further selection. It includes the smart ones, the innovative ones, the tedious ones, and the unusual one. In all brainstorming, all inputs are taken because the key success to this tool is to share as many ideas as possible without assessing them. It improves our critical thinking individually and within the group. The ideas that we gathered from the previous thinking tool, which is brainstorm, are then organized in an orderly manner, which is called mind map. It is a visual diagram used for organizing the information. It shows the hierarchy and the relationship between pieces of material within the product. We use this tool to connect all our major ideas together and branch them out according to their uses and functions. The mind map of our product starts with the app. At first, we haven't think of a name that we would give, so we just call it the travel app. Then we position the main contents within the app, and then we subdivide them into more and more branches. Then we realize, our target market will go to Australia on either a business trip, leisure, or adventure. So in that case, it is somewhat related, right? So the branches just goes on and on and on.
As a team, we have used the six thinking hats to identify the information the application has to offer to our customers. As the team has found using the white thinking hat, we have organized to create this application that consists of Google Maps, bookings, things to do at the destination and along the destination, the time and calendar, banks and money changes, police station, reminders, checklists, and an average daily spending. This application is made for convenience and, of course, being user friendly. The application allows users to avoid opening many links and tabs on the internet. As a red thinking hat, it helps to approach in an intuitive feeling. This helps to determine and understand why we should create the application that changes the mindset of our target market. The consumers will feel skeptical to use the application because it is a new application in the market. And other consumers who have used the application will feel resistant to change due to the differences our application has to others. This will also mean that consumers are not willing to encourage themselves to try the application because they are comfortable with the application they have. The following thinking hat, which is the yellow thinking hat, talks about the positivity of what the application has to offer. We are proud to say that our application helps to promote Australia. It is portable and user-friendly. It carries all the necessary application to help users to identify the most suitable travel plan to help them travel easy according to specific budgets. As smartphones are a tool to have to gain easy access to websites and applications to download for your convenience, why not change the travel experience by creating a single application to help change travel planning, constructing and destructing a person's sense of traveling without any difficulty. Sometimes booking through many different sites and links on the internet can be annoying. As we went through the negative impacts of using the black thinking hat, which might be a potential risk to our company, can be things such as it may be difficult for some users to familiarize the application system. Another failure was to provide security, such as by using Google Maps, location availability will allow other parties to identify the location and therefore privacy can be a negativity. Another application flaw that we underestimated was system crash, or some of us know it as bugs. The system application needs to be updated every now and then to keep up with further technology and user preferences. After going through the capabilities the application has to offer, we use our green thinking hat to exceed our current capabilities to identifying the possibilities that we have and ideas to provide growth for the application to allow the business to exceed its highest potential. By using the product lifecycle, we can estimate the progress and growth of the application to understand its cycle, to ensure it is updated, maintained, to keep up with future technology. It came to our attention that partnering with larger companies such as Apple and Samsung to ensure that the application can be supported by smartphones. We intend to not only be accessible through our smartphones, but also through smartwatches, virtual reality, and other websites and tour companies. We have evaluated the idea of the application through adapting the blue thinking hat. It was found that we need to prioritize and fix the bug and increase the security of privacy. To ensure the user's personal details are safe, the intention is to improve the innovation progress to allow the application to be sustainable. After identifying the information the application has to offer, we moved into incremental thinking, which helps to keep on an ongoing improvement even through our most successful and stable decisions. After understanding what our application can do, we must further test the application to understand what the product is capable of through a user point of view. By mapping a purchase experience, we can learn and understand the difficulties through user experience when using the application. This helps us to identify the problems that we face and the way the system operates. Next is auditing the competition. By using their application, calling the customer service line, using their products, and experiencing their returns, we are able to find out what their strengths and weaknesses are. And with this, we are able to sum up a number of questions for our application, such as how are we different? What can we do better? Is this number one application in the market? Who would buy this application? How will they find this accessibility? These questions have helped us to research and understand the market even further by either changing our target market or expanding our target market. And lastly, we gain information, knowledge, and ideas based on the market's needs and wants. By using the crowdsource method, we enable these ideas and collaboration of partners to improve the application. This can help the structure, creativity, and operating system. By sourcing external knowledge and ideas such as the market and internet, we were able to source, filter, and evaluate where the application's strategic position is held.
The last critical thinking technique is scamper. Creative thinking and problem solving are essential parts of our design process to turn our ideas into innovation and break the barriers against creativity. Scamper technique is based very simply on the idea that what is new is actually a modification of existing old things around us. Scamper technique aims to provide 7 different thinking approaches to find innovative ideas and solutions, forcing our mind in the critical thinking process to think in a specific flow that won't be possible to reach using a regular thinking flow. Substitute is when we think about substituting part of our app for something else. We thought that what can we do to make an improvement? As our app is English based, we can make it into multilingual to cater to those whose English is not their first language. Product wise, we can substitute our app into a website, whereas website is much more dynamic than an app. It is more inexpensive and easy to set up and work on all devices. We also thought that we can change our application location to Singapore, but for what reason? Singapore is geographically smaller, so it would be easier for a startup business like us. In the combine part, we think about combining parts of our problem to create a different product to enhance synergy. What materials, features, processes, people, product, or components can we combine? We had an idea of combining our application with Tourism Australia to get an updated official events and activities, Apple Pay for mobile payment and digital wallet service, and smartwatches. Adapt. This is where we think about which part of the product could be adapted to remove the problem, or think how we could change the nature of the product. In this case, we had an idea of adapting and recommending tourism attraction or destination according to their season. For example, Tassler Tulip Festival in spring, Sydney Bondi Beach in summer, High Country Travel Festival in Victoria in autumn, and skiing in Mount Buller in winter. Modify. Modify is when we think about changing part or all of the current solution to distort in an unusual way by forcing ourselves to come up with new ways of working, and then we are prompted to make our application into an alternative product. In this case, we are thinking of worldwide connectivity. This is where former travelers can share their previous experiences with other travelers. Put to other purposes. This is when we think of how we might be able to put our current solution to other purposes. In this process, we thought what other market could we use this product in? Who might be able to use it? We thought that our application and data could be used by Big Data, Tourism Australia, and the Australian Bureau of Statistics. We thought that our gathered data could be used by the government to improve Australia as a destination.
In the eliminate stage, we thought of what might happen if we eliminate various parts of the product. For example, what would happen if I remove a component or part of it? How would else we achieve the solution without the normal way of doing it? We think we could eliminate the multi-language features, as non-English travelers could still see it, as the app is visually rich. We as a group collectively decided that this stage of the thinking process is irrelevant to our product, as we are not going to eliminate any element of this stage. Reverse is the last stage of scamper thinking process. In this stage, we thought of what if we did our app the other way around, and what if I reverse the order it is done or the way it is used, and how would we achieve the opposite effect? We thought of reversing our app by preparing pre-arranged itinerary where travelers can scan the QR code and get the itinerary saved to their phone. ATS plan to integrate with corporate travel systems like Sabre and collaborate with TripAdvisor and Zomato, where customers can rate their past travel experience. We also plan to get sponsorship or partnering with enterprises such as hotel, restaurant, cafe, and tourist attraction around Australia, and selling our app to be used in these businesses, which will be our revenue stream. At the end, this innovation project and the design thinking tools has given us the opportunity to solve tourism industry problem, as well as building teamwork and relationship between team members. By thinking outside the box and exploring areas that we haven't covered in the past, which help us to generate new ideas, increase in teamwork, learning, and understand each other members, also modify existing idea to develop them further. These videos are brought to you by Angela, Audrey, Jordan, and Rachel. Thank you for listening.